Let's see. Okay, I am now recording.
All right, three, two, one. And welcome back to the smoke room. It's been a long damn time, but I am finally back up in this bitch, and I ain't going nowhere. You can expect more episodes of the smoke room coming up. But for this return episode, I got a few of my buddies on here. Cornelius Carter, or I call him C. Carter, Christian Gary, and Josh McCloud. Welcome to the show. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'll go ahead and start out the show. Thanks for the intro, Smokey. Of course, people do call me C. Carter. I'm the commentator of WEDF, WTW. On occasion, I do commentate DCA Wildcats. Most people also do call me Booker C, but
Yeah.
I think I have a car named Lamarcus Carter. Um, but I do call for hobby. I do call for fun, and I can't wait to see what's in store for us on down the road.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, Christian. Tell me a little bit about you and explain to everybody who you are.
Well, first of all, my name, I mean, a lot of people call me Christian outside of call, but in call, they just call me Chris Gary. And to be honest, me, I used to be the ring announcer of the Call Champions League. Had a nice little time doing that for 3 years. I wrestled in car a little bit as Chris Gary for the CCL for about a year and a half, getting my ass kicked up and down. You know, I last defeated Sushi X to get his ass out of the company. And yes, you can cheer for that shit. Oh, and I also have two cars that are not related to my car alter ego in Garnett Court, who used to be a namestay in the Car of Honor promotion until they unjustly fired me after that particular character took a 20-foot dive off a ladder into a flaming table, and Orioki X in the Mega Wrestling Entertainment promotion. He's running a faction called the X Nation. Other than that, I got my own little car event called, well, actually, it's not really a car event. It's a car and E-Fed extravaganza style event called Virtue Legion. And hopefully, I plan to make that a nice little event, even though, to be honest, the planning for that is kind of a fucking buzzkill. Josh.
We'll talk about that in just a second, Christian. Let's get moving on a little bit.
I
Welcome,
bet
Josh
you will.
McCloud, and we'll continue talking about that in a few. But Josh, introduce yourself.
All right. Okay. I'm Josh Mccloud. You want to go kayfabe wise? I'm a former WTW Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Champion, and former EDF Showtime Champion. I currently work for WTW. I work for the DCA Developmental League, I guess you could say, Sudden Impact Pro, and I am currently signed to an upcoming league that I will not spoil for anybody. And I also commentate a few leagues in my spare time, those being pretty much DCA. Don't really commentate anymore at this time, but I do attend wrestling events a lot, and I am a huge nerd when it comes to wrestling too. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about me. I'm an easygoing guy, and I'm fun to get along with. I was on the last episode of the Smoke Room actually.
Yeah, the very last one. That was about a long time ago. It feels
Yeah,
like.
that was forever ago. Where you
Yeah.
at, man?
It's been going. But yeah, we're gonna go on to the next question. Everybody on here, what are your plans for your characters or your projects in the coming months or the next 6 months or whatever? I'll let everybody go through it. So whoever wants to start can start.
Well, my plan. First of all, I hope to continue doing commentary. Me personally, I'm looking forward to commentating WEDF WrestleMania that's coming up in the future. Even if for just one match, I don't care. I'm also looking forward to doing some more commentary work for probably WGE when it returns, if it
No
returns.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Uh, Also, as for Lamarcus, I'm hoping that Lamarcus currently is in developmental in both WTW NGC and DCA Sudden Impact. I'm I'm hoping that he impresses the main bosses of those leagues enough to give him a shot on the main roster. I definitely do hope probably by the end of the year to see Lamarcus on Point Blank as well as Takedown. So that's what I'm definitely hoping for, and that's what I'm pushing. That's what I'm striving.
Good goal.
Who,
That's it.
me?
Yeah, it's your turn, Chris.
Okay, well, for me, like I said, I already have this event coming up called Virtue Legion. It it was supposed to start. I mean, in all retrospect, it was supposed to start on March the 3rd, but because of everything that because of everything that's currently going on, we're trying to get it started and things. It's been pushed all the way back. It probably won't even happen until like late April, early May, or late May, early June. But hopefully, when everything gets all sorted out and everybody gets all their shit in and helps me out with this project, everything can be all smooth sailing and we can get this event off the ground. Now, as far as my personal, now, as far as me being in call, I personally hope to get a chance to commentate and ring announce again for another promotion that's willing to snatch me up because ever since I defeated Sushi X and kicked his ass out of the CCL and pretty much retired from that promotion, I haven't been doing jack shit when it comes down to the world of car wrestling. And to be honest, I just want a chance to have fun again in car because the last couple of years with my Garnet Court character and my Orioki X character has just been like tragic. So I'm just hoping to get a chance to have fun in car again.
I believe you will. Everything always happens for a reason, and you're going through this right now. And trust me, I've been through quite a few times in my past, so you'll be just fine, Christian.
Thanks.
Is that all you wanted to say? You got anything to add to that? I guess not. Josh, your turn.
All right, my main goal overall, I'm just gonna get right to that. Well, a few of my goals are actually so hoping to get to the takedown roster in DCA. I'm hoping to move up in a couple more leagues. As Carter mentioned earlier, WG's come back. I'm gonna be signed with the Insanity roster, which I'm really looking forward to. Already heading into WrestleMania 2 for them. I'm hoping to move up in WTW as well. And not to mention, I am also really hoping this is my main goal. I want to win a world champion. I want to win my first ever world title this year. And I don't know if I can do it, but that's my main goal to strive towards. I want to be a world champion by the end of 2015.
That's a big goal to be holding yourself on to. We'll see, though. You never know what happened throughout a year, so anything can happen. Okay, I guess that's done. What real or call promotions do y'all like, and what don't y'all like?
Um, I I gotta be honest to tell you, I love WEDF. Otherwise I wouldn't commentate it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would help.
I mean, WEDF probably one of the best colleagues out there, bar none. Um, you see tough action, almost like every episode. And I'll be honest, the reason I like WEDF, I enjoy commentating, especially with Josh McCloud. As I often said, uh, When Josh and I commentate WEDF, we sound like an old married couple because we bicker. Uh, yeah, we almost argue almost every segment of the show, but it's have fun. But I like watching WEDF. I also like watching WTW. WTW is the league growing. I commentate it from time to time, as well as DCA. Um, Overall, the league which I'm not usually a big fan of, and this is how the league which I'm not a big fan of, and this is the league which got me started in call was ICWO. Um, I saw this show called ICWO. This guy was doing the voice of Hank Hill and Richard Bay as the commentators. I said to myself, I can do better, and that's how I got in the call. So basically, WEDF my favorite car league.
Cool. What about you, Chris?
Well, for me, when it comes down to promotions I love and hate, you have to split that up into two different categories for me. As far as car promotions, the promotion I love, I mean, I can't really find a promotion to love because I haven't really been following car enough over the last year or so to actually truly love a promotion. I just basically, I mean, I barely look at the shit sporadically, anyways. So if I find a good match from any promotion, I'll just enjoy that for what it is and not just dick ride the entire promotion. Now, as far as promotions that I hate promotions like Car of Honor. Now, don't get me wrong, they have a few good superstars to their credit. You know, Lester Barkley, Raging Redneck, Ray Geddes, 420 Goonie, the Great D, even though he's a CCL standout. And pretty soon, hopefully, they'll have Gary the Dr. Lockhart be their commentator. But as far as the rest of the damn roster is concerned, it's nothing but a bunch of smucks, nobodies, and miserable pieces of shit that can't hack it up or can't amount to anything else in their pathetic, miserable lives. So they just have to troll off of each other. Now that's the cost side of things. Now, as far as professional wrestling, same thing. If I find a good promotion to latch on to, they have a great match that I enjoy. Hell, even if I go out to one of these promotions, one of these local promotions in the Houston, Texas area, and I find something good to enjoy, then, I'll just take that for what it is and not love the entire promotion outright, just love that particular match. Now, as far as promotions I hate a promotion that just stips its wrestlers, that doesn't pay them on time or don't pay them at all or just simply treat them like shit. That's what I hate about wrestling, about real wrestling promotions. But other than that, that's just my wrestling landscape in general, real and in the car world.
Yeah. Okay, Josh. What about you, man?
Well, overall, my favorite colleague would probably have to be Over the Edge, OTE, and that's mainly due to the fact that they have the most creative storylines, and the guy who runs it has to be the most. Don't take any offense to this, any of you guys, but he has to be the most brilliant man in call today. I mean, he
Damn
not
right.
what
Damn right.
what
Damn right. I mean, I hate to interrupt you like a Kanye West Taylor Swift story,
Hey,
Josh,
don't be bringing up that name around this damn smoke
wait a
room.
minute.
but I'm just saying, man, I gotta agree with you with that Octane guy having a lot of creativity behind those shows. I mean, why do you think people watch? I mean, why do you think people watch his show every week? Just asking.
Yeah, no, he left and he came back and he was better than ever. And he have not to mention that how hard it must be. I don't know how he does it, but he mods his Xbox to perfection. He knows how to run a call league better than anyone else, in my opinion. I mean, not only with the whole modding part, but he has storylines really that make some of ours look like WWE's, and that it's not bash on anyone. It's just saying I think that personally, Octane, he's the best at what he does. I look forward to a new episode every week. Second favorite probably would have to be WEDF. Now,
Cool. What about your worst?
my least favorite, oh man, my least favorite league of all time probably gonna have to be ACWL.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I don't think I need to explain much after that. You guys might.
Yeah, I probably might not want to, Josh.
Yeah.
uh, since then, we'll just move on and I guess go to the next question. How do y'all feel from when y'all first started to now about call, and from coming in not knowing much about it to now knowing a little bit about it? What y'all think the difference is from your perspective now to then?
I when I first started call, there was a couple of colleagues here and there knew WWE, WEDF. I think Smokey, you had league out that time when I first started.
Yeah,
Um,
sort of.
yeah. When I first started, people at first didn't know who I was. And when I had Lamarcus shoot his mouth off about Danny Jampon, that pretty much put WCW on the map. And pretty much put Lamarcus on the spot. But whatever criticism that they gave me, I took it in stride, and I started to try to improve the product. Um, to the way how it is now, it's nice to see some of these colleagues, get started doing it as a hobby, but you have far too many car owners who are egotistical. If I said that word right, whose
Yeah, you
ego,
did.
yeah, whose ego is big, whose ego is huge, and that's what I can't stand. Um, who has a car they just love to marry sue, and they marry sue them to death, and that's something which I can't stand. But overall, I think car if people could understand that our car is fun, is a hobby, I think we'll all be better off. But car's a whole lot different than it is when I first got started. But now it's just a little bit too competitive.
Yeah.
You know what, Cornelius? I gotta agree with you. I mean, when it came down to me starting in CAW in like mid 2011, I gotta admit it was a little bit fun seeing something other than the regular WWE product all the damn time, especially played out in E-Fed mode. But nowadays, you have people like Dante Hamid, and yes, I'm name dropping, but you have people like him hawking behind his El Noveno car and him getting pissed off about guys like Brent Harvenator editing down his profile on the car wrestling wiki sites. I mean, you got people like that just give. I mean, you just got people like that and car league owners like a Travis Sparks for COH that just give car wrestling a bad name. I mean, you got people that just can't take criticism when, they're trying to tell you, hey, you need to edit this. Hey, you need to do something about that. Hey, you need to try and listen to the fans more. I mean, seriously, it's like people nowadays compared to back when I first started in car, they just take this shit way too seriously and just, think of it as their livelihood or think of it as, I mean, if you're telling me I need to do something, I'll take it as you saying I'm wrong. I mean, to be honest, I think some of these people are, and I know Smokey's gonna probably get mad at me for saying this, but
Go right
you
ahead. Just
some of these people are whiny little bitches, and I think pretty soon that they don't know. I mean, pretty soon that they don't get their fucking shit in order, they might have to get dealt with. There, I fucking said it.
you heard it here. Josh, you want to add to that?
Holy shit! He just dropped a pipe bomb.
Go ahead, Josh. Your turn.
Oh crap, man! I don't really think I want to talk about my history because everything before 2013 is just
Well, this go by the question I asked, and it ain't no judgment towards it. It just you telling your differences from when you first started to now, your idea of how everything goes.
Well, my personal opinion on how college working, I think that it could be better, of course, because you always got those people, those haters those trolls that think that, oh, if I do this, then I could get a laugh out of this, but no, I can't stand people like that because I live in freaking northern Alabama. There's people like that everywhere. I have to deal with them on a daily basis. I don't want to go here and like escape and then just see more of them hating on people who don't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that people could grow up and stop acting like they're five, stop demanding things, stop telling people that they need to do this, otherwise they suck. If people didn't do that, I think college would be a much happier place for everybody.
Yeah.
True, very true.
Okay. Next question. If you could give any league or any league owners constructive criticism, what league would it be and why?
Oh boy. Boy. Oh, but how can I put this?
It
Cause
won't be. It don't matter. Just say it. This is smoking. Just say it.
my pet
Push it
peeve.
out.
Well, my pet peeve about WTW, and Josh
Oh,
has heard me
my
saying
chick
this.
Carter.
No, Josh has heard me say this numerous times. Is it's been my pet peeve. Don't copy off WWE. However, I can live with that. But that would be my only criticism about WTW is that they copy off WWE, or WWE had it first, and WTW just take it and run away with it. But that'd be my only constructive criticism, is just be original about WTW. Just be original. But other than that, that would be my only advice. That would be my only advice to WTW, is just be original. But I do like WTW, because WTW, they do come up with some of the original storylines from time to time, and they are getting better.
For me, the colleague I would probably give constructive criticism to is the CCL, and I know Smokey, you loathe Sushi X with a passion. You loathe Eddie Mack with a passion.
No comment.
But I'm gonna just go ahead and say it.
I
The
don't love
dude,
nobody but myself. First off, go
I
ahead.
understand. I understand, but the dude, he's basically going around saying this might be his last year and all, and I totally understand that because Carl does get boring for a while, but still, the dude, I mean, I understand when it comes down to car wrestling, it's a hobby and all. But you gotta go out there and be reckless. You gotta go out there and be ruthless. You have to go out there and sometimes not give a shit, because if you don't have that attitude, that fire to put in what you can when it comes down to a project, you'll go nowhere in life. And I think Eddie Mack needs to do with the CCL what basically, no disrespect, what Paul Heyman did with ECW, went balls to the wall and did all types of crazy shit just to keep it afloat, just to keep it relevant. So I think that would be my main piece of constructive criticism.
Okay, Josh, your turn.
Any league I could.
Any league.
Oh man. Uh, I'd probably pick CCL too for the same reasons almost exact points blank. I pick CCL mainly for the fact that his storylines, no disrespect to Eddie Mack or Sushi X, but this CCL storylines lately have just been generic, boring, and not interesting at all. It's almost like it's almost like I'm clicking replay every time I watch a new video. And that's not. I know it's not like a ton of information, but it's just because I'm not one for giving constructive criticism very often. I don't criticize someone very often except when I'm joking around, like when I call TC a fucking faggot. I'm just joking around with him because I don't usually seriously give someone. I don't usually like shit on someone or something, but it's just not what I usually do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, moving on to the next question, which I'm coming at my head right now. So give me just a second. But our next question is let's see, after everything, after all the drama over the past years and everything, we all made it through. Um, how long do you think it'll be till another problem would happen, and how would you react to it? Would you ignore it, or would you say something, or you just let it be?
We have a problem now, Smokey.
No, don't even bring up that subject. That's a worthless subject. And I only bring that up because I actually want to say this. I know Frank Dog's probably listening right now. That whole situation they got themselves in with this nobody. I see what he's talking about. Where it's kind of funny to him because the dude trying to troll him and try to get attention. And what most trolls try to do, they just do things just to get attention. But if you keep going at them, getting more people to attack them and everything else, they're just going to get more attention to a dumbass, and it's not worth it, Because I went through it so many times where I got in these little arguments with trolls, and they became big arguments over stupid shit. And I feel like shit. If you look at him as laugh at him, and be like, okay, whatever, bitch, and just go on with your day, and then whatever. He can't say nothing back. If he does say something back, he's a brave motherfucker. First off, second of all, you gotta have a little bit like Frank Dog told me, you gotta have a little bit of popularity to be able to say anything, which this dude does not have. He's not even worth a name. He's more worth a question mark. That's his name from now on, question mark. So if anybody on the outside listening here, his name is not so and so and so so and so and so and so. It's question mark. So that's what we're gonna line right there. But yeah, that was just my stall question. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the next question so we can avoid that whole situation altogether. Um, let's see. Chris. You talked a little bit about the mega CPV, the thing. And for people who don't know, tell everybody what's it about, and tell everybody who's in it so far, and tell everybody what you need to get it done, and etc.
Okay, well, as far as this little event goes that I have, the card is called Virtue Legion. VirtueLegion. It is supposed to be a Car and E-Fed Wrestling Spectacular. Now, so far, the only matches I got and I need to have recorded and looked at or whatever are the White World Car men's and women. White World Car men's tournament matches and reserve match. First of all, tournament matches. The personification of greatness, the Great D of the Car Champions League, the reigning winner of that tournament, and the facing off against the unlikely one Lester Barkley of Car of Honor. Now you have our own young gun Smokey of DCA and Iconic Pro against Raging Redneck Ray Getty, so the CCL and Car of Honor, who recently won a last chance poll just to get into this tournament. Now, the reserve match I have Austin Juhas or Austin Juhas at CWXI facing off against Maniac Mitch of Mega Wrestling Entertainment. Now, as far as the Captain Falcon versus Timmy Turner match, UCCW versus TNXA, that's a rumored contest. I don't know if that's going to be done because I don't know if people are going to be willing to get that match recorded and whatnot. As far as the women's tournament is concerned, you got the reigning winner, the reigning Wide World Call Women's Call of the Year for 2013-14, Usagi Serena Sailor Moon Tsukino of the Vixens Wrestling Federation and UCCW, facing off against Pyra, formerly of Allure Wrestling, now part of the CCL. In the other tournament matchup, you have the reigning runner-up, TNXA's Pink Butterfly Jessica Pink, facing off against CCL competitor and another last chance poll winner, Taylor Starr. Now, like I said, I'm gonna need some people to try and get the matches done for both tournaments, plus the reserve match and some matches on the rest of the card in order for me to get this card prepared. Now, to be honest, like I said, I was supposed to have this event started in like late April, but to be honest, it's going to be pushed all the way back. It's going to be pushed all the way back probably until late May, early June at the latest, unless something gets done, you know? So I'm just hoping that some people will help me get these matches done, get some stuff ready for this event so that this will be a success and not a
Yeah,
big clusterfuck on my end.
yeah. Well, give people your information so they know how to contact you to be able to talk to you about that. So give your information.
Well, if you can feel free to email me on. I mean, you can feel free to send me a direct message on Facebook. Nobody fucking does email anymore. But feel free to send me a direct message on Facebook. You can type in the URL facebook.com/JChristianGary. Send me a message through there when you enter the link in. You can follow me on Twitter at ChrisGary92 and send me a private message through there. Or you can, add me here on Skype at ChrisGary1992 and try and talk to me through there and see if we can get that shit done. Or you can subscribe to one of my YouTube channels, Chris Gary 92 or CG92 Blimp, and send me a message through there saying what you want done with the Virtual Legion card. Either way, I'm active. I'm pretty much available all damn day because I never sleep. So if y'all want to talk to me about getting those done, those are the ways you can get at me. I'm not going to repeat them again because I'm already wasting my voice and I need a fucking drink of water right now.
Well, go get you a sip of water. And Carter and McCloud, give people your all's information and everything.
Well, my information, Lamarcus has a. You can follow Lamarcus at Lamarcus Carter 1. You can follow him on Twitter. Uh, as for me, I'm right here on Skype. You can talk to me here on Skype. Like I said, you can follow Lamarcus at Lamarcus Carter 1. That's how you can get in contact with me. You can also like me on Facebook. I'll be on Facebook from time to time. But usually that's how to usually get in contact with me.
What about you, Josh?
Well, you can find me on my Twitter account at Josh Mccloud CAW. I check it pretty much every day. So if you want to get in contact with me somehow, please feel free to. As for the event that's coming up, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I have been in contact with them with Chris, but I'm not sure what exactly is going to be happening with me in the event.
Well, y'all just gonna have to get together and y'all would talk about it after the show or whatever and figure it out. Anybody got any final thoughts to this whole conversation?
Well, to be honest, when it comes down to this conversation, it was a great one. And, I hope we get a chance to talk more in the coming weeks as this Virtue Legion card gets all riled up and all stacked, you know?
Yeah. What about you, Carter? Any last thoughts?
Um, just want to wish Virtual Legion the best of luck. I hope that it becomes a huge success. As for car, I hope that everyone understands we do car for fun. It's not a job. It's a joy to do car. And once you lose that joy to do car, then it's time for you to walk away and hang it up.
Exactly. Josh, what about you?
I think I've gotten out pretty much for all I wanted to say, but yeah, keep watching for what's coming next with this event coming up soon. Keep watch out for me and my leagues. Keep watch out for Carter. Keep watch out for all of us, especially Smokey. I know you're making your comeback soon.
That's supposed to be a secret. Shh. Nah, I'm just kidding. Supposed to be coming back to WWF soon, but I can't say when. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming on here because it's been a long time since I've done a smoke room, and it's been pretty fun. And I'm gonna do more in the future, and I'm back. So expect more smoke rooms in the future. I appreciate everybody being on here. As I said, thank y'all, and until next time.